Salam children, I hope you all are fine. Children, this is the part 3 of the chapter number 1, Computer System Overview. In the previous video, we have discussed about the components of the computer system. Um, Today, we are going to discuss a very new topic, that is mobile system organization. Children, concentrate here on this word system. We have discussed why we use a word system in the part 1 of the same chapter. Let's recall that system is the combination of different components. Like in music system we are having different components, like mic is there, speakers are there, then we are having the body of that music system, we are having input unit, we are having pen drive unit there. So all these components together represent a music system. In the same manner, we are having computer system, in that monitors, speakers, different components are there. So when they join together and represent in a single unit to achieve a goal, that is called system. In the same manner, mobile is also a kind of system, because in mobile also different parts are there, like screen is there, then you are having battery, you are having sim card chip, you are having earphones. So different components are there. So when these different components combine together, okay, they come out with a system. So that is why we are calling mobile system organization. See children, mobile is a kind of a mini computer. Like in computer we are having software, we are having hardware. In the same manner, mobile is also made up of hardware and software. But now if you talk about computer is a big unit, but mobile is a small unit. How we can say that it is a kind of a computer? Because cell phone, or we can say mobile, we use a concept of CSOC. S stand for system, okay, system on a chip. Now in computer we are having CPU as a processor, we are having hard disk, we are having secondary units, we are having primary storage devices. In the same manner, cell phone is also having all such things, but in a form of chip. Okay, so all the components of a mobile are combined or integrated on a single chip called SOS. Let's talk about the mobile processor. Now, like computer is having a brain, CPU, in the same manner mobile is also a processor. This is the brain of a smartphone. Now smartphone means a machine which is having the same variety, same facility which we are having on a computer. So here CPU receive commands, make instant calculation, plays audio, video, store information and send signal throughout the device. So CPU usage: command for men, make instant calculation, please play audio, video, store information and send signal throughout the device. So this CPU this CPU of mobile system has two processors. So first processor is CPU and second is APU. Now this mobile processor has two sub-processor. Like if we talk about any company, a company is having a manager. In the same manner, small units are there in a company, so that they can handle different things. In the same manner, CPU is also having sub-processors, so that CPU can divide its work into different parts. Okay, so CPU means communication processing unit. It helps in communication or in input output processing. Like if we are giving input and we are getting output of that specified input just because of CPU. Like we do video calling or sending messages, all we can do with the help of CPU only. Now second subprocessor here is APU. APU is application processing unit. Now application work or deal by APU only. Like we are having different application in our cell phone, like we are having games, we are having different apps, like we are having PowerPoint presentation, we are having doc, we are having anything. So these all are applications, so all the responsibility about the application is taken by APU. So this subsystem is responsible for governing, controlling all types of operation taking place on mobile system by running various type of mobile apps. Okay, now if we talk about CPU, this subsystem is responsible for making and receiving phone calls on mobile handset. It has a digital signal processor that helps us to work with RF transceiver and audio system. Now RF means radio signal management unit. So in this radio frequency we are used in CPU. Radio signal management unit is responsible for connecting SIM to the base station through radio signals, children. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. Next slide is display subunits. So in mobile, or we can say a mini computer, we are having different component. First component we have discussed about CPU. Second component is display subsystem. Now display subsystem is responsible for providing display facilities, touch sensitive interface and touch sensitive keyboards. Okay, so in smartphone, how we are basically using the cell phone with the help of the touch only. With the help of the touch only we can read something, we can open something, we can do anything. So display subsystem is a component which we get in the mobile system. Okay, let's talk about the next components. Next component is camera subsystem. Now with the help of camera, what we are doing, we are clicking the photographs, we are editing the photographs. Basically what we are doing, actually we are managing the camera. Okay, all work we do in memory. So whatever we are processing imaging, we are processing video, we are zooming the picture, we are zooming out the picture, whatever work we are doing on the RAM only. So we have to manage all the work. So who is going to work this camera related thing? Camera subsystem. Okay, getting my point? Okay, now let's move to the next. Now mobile system memory, like in computer we are having memory unit, primary and secondary. In the same manner, in mobile also we are having two types of memory, primary and secondary. Primary means inbuilt, like in your cell phone mostly they are having 16 GB primary storage. So this is not sufficient sometimes, because we use different application, we use different software. So if you want to extend your memory, you can add with the secondary memory. Okay, secondary memory, if you want to add the external memory, you have to put the SD card of any GB. You can put 16 GB memory card, you can put 32 GB memory card. So these are the external memory which you add if you are having less memory space in your cell phone. So RAM, it is the work memory of your mobile phone. The installed mobile apps when run are first located in the RAM and then executed. Okay, these apps remain in the RAM after you are no longer using them. They are shifted to the background. The more RAM you have on a smartphone, the better performance and the faster the phone will generally be. RAM does not store information once the device is turned off. Okay, let's talk about the ROM here. Now, ROM stand for read only memory. So, read only memory is a part of mobile system internal storage. It is not accessible by users to write on. It's thus referred to as read only memory. ROM is basically a flash memory. ROM is basically a flash memory, or technically E E P ROM, electrically erasable and programmable read-only memory. This ROM part of mobile system internal storage is where operating system reside. It also has some pre-installed apps in this memory section which cannot be deleted on users end either. This is a reason when you don't get full internal memory as advertised on the box, because a part of it has been used to house operating system and other pre-installed app. So children, whenever you buy cell phones, in that features are already written, like internal memory spaces, this you are getting this thing from in this mobile. So if in your internal memory space 16 GB has been written, so they are not giving you actually the 16 GB, they are giving you 14 point something, because 1 or 1.5 GB they keep for the ROM apps. Okay, so those apps which are present in the ROM which you are not able to use, you are not able to even touch them. Okay, so they belongs to the rom rom space, because we can only read those particular app, we are not able to write on that. Now secondary storage devices, when we talk about secondary storage device, means SD card. So external storage of a mobile is also called expandable storage. So what we are doing, actually we are expanding the memory of that. Okay, it comes in the form of SD card or micro SD card, etc. It is a storage which can be removed easily by you. So when you want to remove that external storage device, you can remove that SD card easily, or you can put on the other mobile. It is the storage which can be removed easily by you and can be used for storing pictures, music, videos and the likes. To an extent, even the cloud storage can also be categorized as the external storage. Now what is the cloud storage here? Cloud storage means these days we are using drives. So drive is a kind of cloud storage. Cloud storage means on the internet, on the service, on the server side, you are saving your important files, so that is called cloud storage. Okay, so this is the fourth component of your mobile. Now let's move to the next slide. Next slide is power management subsystem. See children, now power management subsystem means battery. Now CPU needs power. How it will get power? By battery only. So when you are giving battery, that time your computer is working. Now it means you are having power. Okay, so this subsystem is responsible for providing the power to a mobile system. The mobile system works on the limited power provided through an attached battery unit. This subsystem has a battery management system that works with a battery charger, battery unit and provide power to the mobile system in the required form. So without battery, your mobile phone you are not able to use properly. So with this is the second last topic of your book. Only last topic is left, that is types of software, that I will take in the next video. Let's discuss few questions related whatever we have discussed till now. So these are the questions belongs to your book only. Let's discuss what are they. The very first question is, which of the following component is the main memory of your computer? Okay, which of the following component is the main memory of your computer? So RAM is the main memory of your computer. Which component of a computer connects to the processor to other hardware? So when one component wants to communicate with the another component, which component helps us? System bus. System bus is the interpreter between two components. Third part is, which of the following is referred to as brain of computer? So CPU is your brain of computer. Okay, so CPU is called as processor. So processor is the brain of your computer. What is the name of the program that controls the computer system, that controls the control the computer system? Software is the set of rules and regulation, it's sets of instruction which basically control the computer system. Physical component of a computer are called hardware. Physical means anything which we can touch, so that is called hardware. Which of the following is a common measured unit of computer memory? So most of the time we use terabyte and gigabyte. Okay, what is the name of the component that you use for read and writes data? Now read and write data means random access memory. In random access memory you can read data, you can write data. In ROM you can't do. Okay, CPU, also known as the brain, the processor and the central processing unit. Yes, all three options are right, so all of these is the correct answer. Which smaller unit of CPU directs, coordinates all activities within it and sequence in which instructions are executed, sending instruction sequence to other? Control unit is the one who direct, coordinate all the activities within the sequence. Which smaller unit of CPU perform all arithmetic and logical unit? ALU. Component of CPU which is responsible for comparing the two contents of two pieces of data? ALU. In a computer, CU stand for control unit. Arithmetic and logical unit along with control unit of a computer combined into is known as central processing unit. So in central processing unit, arithmetic logical unit works together. So with this I am ending this video. Okay, so we are going to meet in the next video. In that we are going to discuss about the last topic of the same chapter, types of software. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you so much.